going live. It says that we're live. We won't know. Just give us 1 sec, and I'll just make sure that we are actually live. Are we live?
No, are we, Alex?
I'm trying to find out. It says offline, but it normally takes a minute.
I believe we are.
Are we?
Yes, we are, I believe.
Oh, well, that's quirky then. I mean... Oh yeah, it says live now. Yeah, it is. Alright, sweet as. Okay. I'll just post a link around and we'll get some people in. So, welcome back to Beyond the Grandstand. Obviously, that was a really sluggish intro, but I'm Alex. I'm here with...
You really need me to introduce myself again.
I mean, you obviously would know, frankly. We're on this is episode 10, okay? It's
we got Mike in the chat.
Hi, Mike. We got Mike in chat here.
Yes, the title is correct, by the way. We will be taking questions and answers for once.
For once, yeah. We don't normally care what people have to say, but, this time we might. So, yeah.
See, people get the idea that our channel is a democracy. No, it's a dictatorship. Me and Alex are in charge. We only give you the idea that you have some say in it. On that topic, don't forget to vote in our award ceremony. We definitely will actually listen to you there. Possibly,
so, Mike, Stefano's not actually here at the moment. You have actually been hearing me.
God damn it, Mike. Maybe he just heard my name.
Yeah, your snuffle. Your snuffliness.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Joys to that.
Yeah, so I think this will be a pretty long one. I mean, because if people are going to ask questions, it might take them a while to sort of get on the screen. So and I think I've got about an hour and 20 maximum time that we can do today. So, and I mean, we have a lot to talk about.
Yep, but if it's about the Brazilian Grand Prix and you have questions relating to that, we are more than happy to use that as filler time. Well, now basically. Yeah, he's in spirit with my nose.
I'm just doing our social media post announcing that we're live.
Oh, fuck. Have we told the channel about the absolute comedy fest that is your love life, yeah, Alex?
Oh my god, no. Don't even try. That we might even need to do like a separate episode for that, man.
What? The channel doesn't want to know about the love letter manifesto you sent the
Oh,
girl?
shut up. Shut up. Just stop. Yeah, so if you didn't watch the Brazilian Grand Prix, you need to just stop watching us. Stop listening to us. Go and watch it now.
No. Shut up, Alex. Shut the fuck up, Alex. No, you watch us through and through, and then watch it.
Okay. I guess you could do that. Okay. We will be spoiling it though, so don't get annoyed.
I mean, if they even follow F1 closely, it's already been spoiled for them.
Yeah, really. I mean, I don't know how you could get this long without knowing it.
What?
Without knowing what's happened.
Yeah. Oh, Mike, any questions? You?
No, I did not send a love letter to Bernie Ecclestone. And also, can you not? And also, I low key don't want you on our channel anymore, Mike. Just joking, obviously.
He sent it to Bernie's mother-in-law.
Oh my god.
It wasn't a love letter, Mike. It was a manifesto.
Yeah.
We're talking like essay style length.
Can you shut up?
With.
Can you shut up, please? Amy?
I think Mike's enjoying this. We got to keep our viewers happy, don't we?
Oh my god. Was Brazil best race of the year? Mike says. I would say
I
yes.
say yes. I mean, people say Germany, but Germany was just chaos.
Exactly. Germany was like good for
Good
excitement, but
actual, like
not actual racing.
actually the excitement of racing, Brazil wins.
Yeah. But I mean, the results of Brazil were still pretty chaotic.
More chaotic than Germany, you'd argue.
Yeah, well, the results were.
And Alex, is Fernando Alonso still on suicide watch after that? After hearing the results?
Oh, 100%. I reckon that. So yeah, obviously, if you don't know, frankly, the podium was two Hondas and a McLaren. So Fernando Alonso
By the
was
way,
very upset.
Alex, that podium drawing you sent me is it's giving me chills and nightmares.
Which one?
It's that awful mix of almost realistic drawing but slightly off realistic, where it's just
Well, that's actually our currently the video. That's what the viewers are seeing on
I
their
know
screens right now. And I think
it's unsettling.
to actually like make it work on the screen, I had to like shrink them a bit. No, sorry, I had to grow them so it
I
looks
mean,
a bit even worse.
Gasly kind of looks like a serial killer.
Yeah, I had to grow them a bit so they look even more terrifying now.
Yeah, it's not slightly settling at
Yeah.
all.
Oh well. So we'll do a quick run through qualifying, I guess. God.
Qualifying, come
I'm
on,
tired.
let's skip to the main event.
No, we'll just say what
Let's just
happened.
talk race.
Basically, the qualifying was just Verstappen
Okay.
on pole.
Basically, in short, qualifying went fuck all for the race.
Yeah, it really didn't do anything. So, race result itself, I'll go last to first. So, last we had Valtteri Bottas.
It wasn't Robert Kubica.
No.
No, what? Kubica wasn't last. I want my money back.
No, Valtteri Bottas was last, retiring due to oil pressure. Second last was Lance
You're
Stroll, whose
saying the
suspension
Mercedes
broke.
spec-free engine failed again.
It was oil pressure, so the
And his engine
oil
failed
system.
again.
Not in the actual ICE, but the area in the power unit, yes.
The power unit failed again.
Yeah. And then on lap 65, we saw 3 retirements. Lance Stroll first due to a suspension issue.
Yes, Mike. We know both Hasses were in Q3, but frankly, they were both shit in the race, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, they could qualify on pole and they'd still be last.
And then Charles Leclerc and Sebastian
At least
Vettel.
Williams. Just a bit more of a Haas first, right? At least Williams stays on level. Like if they qualify 18th,
no one. They
19th, they stay there.
And Haas have no excuse to be that low. I mean, both cars make to Q3 and they just cannot do anything. Yeah, so Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel also both retired. They also
Alex, you're finding the dogs in your area.
both retired on lap 65 after taking each other out. Robert Kubica.
Yeah, but hang on. On
16.
the whole, just Mike's brought it up the Ricardo thing. Now, it was mainly Ricardo's fault. Yes, Magnussen did leave room, but the room that Magnussen left forced Ricardo to go on the curb, which caused. Well, yes, he did lock up, but it also caused the curb to put him off camber on his turn and send him into Magnussen. So yeah, I would say 70% Ricardo, 30% Magnussen.
And Mike, can you please shut up until we're finished, like reading the results?
No, Alex, do you agree with my analysis of that?
I agree.
If Magnussen did leave more room on the entry of the corner, it probably would have been avoided.
Yeah, it didn't do anything wrong after the corner.
He did leave racing room.
Yeah.
but not enough racing room where, I mean, surely you should think, okay, my opponent's going to go down the inside, maybe I should leave a bit more so he doesn't have to go on the corner, so maybe he won't be sent off camber into me.
But I mean,
It's
it
just
is Magnussen,
Magnussen's
so you
hard
never know.
racing coming back and biting him in the arse.
Yep. So, can Mike, can you please just stop talking while we're doing our results, please? Oh my god. So 16th was Robert Kubica.
Stop bullying Mike. At least he has the capability of finding love and not creeping out women.
Can we not? So, this is live, remember?
Oh, I know. I could be a lot meaner.
I know. Alright, so basically we had Robert Kubica 16th. He was still a lap
Hey,
down.
Alex.
Don't say anything that
should
gives
we
anything
talk
away.
about the Formula 4 champion Tony Porsche? I just broke Alex. Sorry, I just broke Alex.
So Robert Kubica was 16th. There were 2 safety cars in the last 10 laps. There were 2 safety cars, and Kubica was still a lap down, but he also had a 5-second penalty.
Needed, let's be honest. I mean, that's kind of pointless, isn't it?
Hulkenberg was P15. He actually crossed the line P12, but fell down due to a 5-second penalty as well. Albon,
yes, because he was a dipshit again.
Yep, Albon crossed the line.
Ryan Reynolds was right.
Albon crossed the line 15th, but was obviously promoted to 14th. Grosjean crossed the line 14th, was promoted to 13th. Russell crossed the line 13th and was promoted to 12th. Magnussen finished P11. Danny Kvyat P10. Sergio Perez P9. Lando Norris P8. Lewis Hamilton was P7 due to a 5-second penalty, demoting him from 3rd. Daniel Ricciardo was promoted to P6. He actually finished 6th and then got demoted to 7th due to his own 5-second penalty, but then Hamilton's penalty brought him back up to 6th.
What the fuck are you talking about? He took that 5-second penalty in his pit stop, dipshit. He crossed the line 7th. Oh my fucking god, Alex. You can't even do a race rundown. Oh my... Oh, you delivering idiot.
Well, okay, let's just go back. Antonio Giovinazzi was P5. Kimi Raikkonen was P4. Carlos Sainz Jr. was P3. And Pierre Gasly was P2, whereas Max Verstappen won.
Hey, I believe Kimi Raikkonen now has a record to his name now because of this.
Does he?
He has had the longest run of, I think, any driver to finish at least P5 and above in at least once every season of his career, because he's done it the longest out of anyone. He's had the longest, yes. See? Mike knows. You are a blithering idiot, Alex.
I just love the reaction of, what are you talking about?
Yes. I mean, I could have done the race rundown.
So,
oh my God.
We'll just have a quick look at the standings. They're a bit quirky now. They're a bit quirky.
Gasly looks set for...
7, almost.
Gasly looks confirmed for actually retaking P6. I mean, P7 and finishing best of the rest.
Well, Carlos
maybe
Sainz.
even P6.
I think Carlos Sainz will take P6 even.
No, I think it's Gasly who's on for P6.
It's him and Carlos are tied at the moment on points. P6 and 7, they're tied.
Yes, and it will go to Gasly because he's had the higher finishes.
Yeah, but there's still a race left. Yeah, no, Gasly's currently 6th, but yeah.
That'd be Alex.
He has quite a gap behind. He'll have to outscore them by 12 points to get past them.
Albon?
Yeah.
What'd you expect? He's not that good anyway.
Yeah, I'm on a creaky chair and I can't really control it.
Honestly, they should give that Red Bull seat back to Gasly. Maybe Albon doesn't even need to be in F1.
Let's get Kvyat. Let's get Kvyat in it. Petition to get Danny in the seat.
Far out. Can you believe that sign? Every driver that was dropped by Red Bull has been on the podium this year.
Except Ricciardo. Oh, he wasn't really dropped.
He wasn't dropped by Red Bull. No,
That
he
is
wasn't.
true. Every driver who's been dropped by Red Bull is on the podium this year. We've had Kvyat, we've had
Albon,
Gasly, and we've had Carlos. Well, he hasn't been dropped yet, but he will be. Considering both Toro Rossos have been on the podium before him.
I mean, he would have been on the podium, but thankfully,
even Gasly, the most unsuccessful driver in Red Bull history. That's not a fact, by the way. Just saying, that was just a meme. Is now back in Toro Rosso, and he's now still beating
Scott
Albon.
Speed and John Eric Verne right now planning to kill you for stating that record is not theirs.
No, Verne's pretty good. Scott Speed, nah, Jeff is good.
Were you about to try to defend Scott Speed, Alex?
I was actually, and then I'm like, nah, that's stupid.
Don't defend Scott Speed. That's a Padlin.
I mean, I kind of feel bad for him now because he's broken his back. But other than that, Christian Klein was actually pretty good. Christian Klein, sorry, I said Klein. What the hell? Clean.
I mean, was Albon having a poor race pre-safety car? He could have been further up. He should have been further up with that pace of the Red Bull.
Yeah, because he was second the whole time, and he wasn't even really damaged.
No, I'm saying pre-safety car.
Well, he was second the whole time.
He should have been further up the field.
He was second.
Not before the safety car.
Was he not? Yeah, he was.
Before the safety
Red Bull 1-2.
Before the safety car. What the fuck? I'm talking about the first safety car, you fucking... Alright, can you please join us? I can't...
Okay, before the second safety car, he was P2.
Before the first.
It was still
all the
P4
shit went
bar.
down. I think he was about P5, P6 most of the race. He should have been further up.
It was P4 for most of the time. Yeah, see?
P4 pre-safety car after both Ferraris decided. Well, before Vettel decided he wanted to reenact Turkey. Was it Turkey?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, before Vettel said, you know what? I think 9 years is long enough. Time to reenact Turkey.
Sorry, it was revenge for 1945.
Oh my fucking god, Alex.
Yeah, so in the standings, Antonio Giovinazzi is up into 17th now. Kimi Raikkonen's up into 12th. Lando Norris is 11th. Sergio Perez is 10th. Ricciardo's 9th still. Albon, Sainz, and Gasly are 8th, 7th, and 6th, respectively. The top 5 have stayed the same, except for Verstappen has now overtaken Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, the battle for third is going to be intense.
Battle for third is tight, man. But actually, no, it's really close now because there's an 11-point deficit between third and fourth, and then a 19-point deficit between fourth and fifth. So fourth and fifth will basically stay the same unless if Charles retires, Sebastian will have to come at second or higher with fastest lap.
Yes, and Max needs to retire, or no, he doesn't.
I
think he does have to
Max
retire.
Does not. Leclerc has to outscore him by
8
12
points.
12 points.
12. Not out of the question at Abu Dhabi.
No, that's possible. It's possible. 19 points, however, is
Kvyat. I have faith in you, Kvyat. Let's see Charles.
Yes, so Bottas and Leclerc. Yeah, so Charles Leclerc started for.
Finish my point.
I'm answering the question Mike posted 20 minutes ago.
It wasn't 20 minutes ago. I've been watching it. He said Bottas was having an awful race, and Leclerc started P14. But no, I'd say that Albon was not having the race he should have been having. And if not for all the chaos, he would not have finished on the podium. He would have probably finished about 5th or 6th, considering the way that Leclerc was charging through the field. And if Vettel
Vettel as
didn't hit him,
well.
of course.
Vettel would have
Yeah,
passed
so
him too.
in short, I think Albon should have done better. And although he was unlucky to get on the podium after all the chaos, if all the chaos didn't happen, he would not have been on the podium at all. That's a fair.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Because the only reason he was in the podium places was because of Bottas, Leclerc, and Vettel's retirement. So, yeah, it's because of the triple retirement. So, frankly,
and Hamilton's bad decision on the strategy.
Yeah, and then Hamilton decided to kivvy at him anyway. 9-11'd him.
Oh, God, Alex. Okay, questions. Yep, he needs to improve. I feel like, dare I say that Red Bull may have been better to not sign Albon for next year and instead probably go with Gasly. He's shown remarkable improvement. We all want Kvyat, but I mean, Max would sooner call his daddy than let that happen.
Yeah. No, Kvyat wreck him, I reckon. May I add, Valtteri Bottas has taken 4 wins this year, and the past 2 seasons, the person in second place has taken 5 wins in a season. Valtteri Bottas has hat-tricked in Abu Dhabi before, and it's one of his strongest tracks. Do you think we can keep the 5-win trend going?
No. I think Ferrari's going to be too strong.
We've said that about Brazil as well.
Yes, but I mean, Ferrari were looking very strong. They were both. I would say that either Vettel or Charles would have passed Hamilton. Fair enough. The car does not really suit Gasly.
The Red Bull one.
Surely, yeah, the Red Bull one. I'm talking
Well, it's built specifically to suit Verstappen as well.
Yeah. But I still haven't seen Albon do anything remarkable in that he should be. If it's honestly, I think Gasly does deserve a team other than Toro Rosso.
Well, I think no one deserves Red Bull because that's a step down.
Yeah.
Unless you are Max Verstappen, Red Bull's not the place.
Unless your name is Max Verstappen, Red Bull is a step down in your career.
Dr. Marco brings nothing but fame.
Now, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
In a few years' time, if Verstappen doesn't win a championship, is Max Verstappen going to turn into a Mark Webber in the fact of, okay, you're no longer anything special to us? Is
Verstappen's career over?
Oh, no, not being a meme about this. Red Bull loves the media attention of a young gun, someone really successful at a young age. Will Verstappen eventually be the second driver in that car in a few years' time?
That's 100%. It's happened to every driver before him. It happened to Coulthard, happened to Webber, happened to Vettel, happened to Ricciardo. It will happen to Verstappen as well.
Yeah, I agree. Albon isn't as special as people are making him out to be, especially with how someone else is describing him that we know. He is not anything spectacular. I would say that Albon is very Hulkenberg-esque. He's reliable. He's
consistent point scorer.
He's point scorer, but he's not someone you're going to rush to sign in a massive heartbeat.
No.
Which is going to probably get us killed if someone ever watches this for what we've just said about him.
Well,
He is nothing.
aren't wrong.
I have to agree. Gasly does deserve a mainline team like Racing Point, like Renault, like McLaren. Dare I say, if they do stick around, maybe even Haas.
I don't see Haas making the end of 2020.
If you're a Toro Rosso driver, your race will always be sacrificed to test new bits, to test new engines, to do things. You are the whipping boy for Red Bull as a Toro Rosso driver. You agree with that?
Yeah, I don't even think Haas are going to make it to the end of 2020.
I would not be surprised if they were bought by Pantera.
Really?
Well, Pantera has made it clear they want into F1.
Yeah, they made an offer but got turned down.
Yes, that was as a new team, but there's nothing really stopping them from buying all the parts of an old team and changing the name, similar to what Red Bull did with Jaguar. It wasn't a new entry.
No, exactly.
I think we're going to be sticking. I don't think F1 will drop below 10 teams.
No, it'd be nice to have more, but realistically,
I
it won't.
agree. Gasly deserves more than to be a whipping boy for the main team. Kvyat's not going to complain about it because he knows that this is the only way to stay in F1 is through Toro Rosso.
Yeah.
Okay, who else do we want to talk about after the Brazil Grand Prix? Maybe Hulkenberg? The fact that your teammate pitted twice, had damage, had a 5-second penalty, and finished 6th, and you finished 15th? It's a fucking disgrace. You started, what, a place or two behind him? No, he fairly got the penalty for what he did.
Yeah,
He finished 15th. Oh, so
I'm not saying it wasn't fair. I'm just saying it crossed the line 12.
Would you say that ever since he's found out he's got no seat, his racing has been in shambles lately?
Initially, he did better when he knew he didn't have a seat.
We're talking about Hulkenberg right now.
Yeah, but he's telling us to talk about him, I guess.
Oh, talking about Sainz. Oh, Sainz, amazing.
Starting 20th, didn't even go out for qualifying, finished on the podium.
Yes.
I used the term on the podium loosely, because as usual, only Carlos Sainz. Yeah.
I made that joke too in their stream, Alex.
Oh, really?
I did.
Yeah, and then Carlos Sainz.
That joke is about as common as Carlos not being shown on TV.
There you go, so you just made it.
A different form of it. Yeah, Sainz should have got driver of the day, drove a fantastic, clean race, avoided everything going on around him.
And his overtake on Perez as well. His overtake on Perez was phenomenal.
That's up for overtake of the year.
We don't have an overtake of the year award.
Oh god, don't add it now.
Can't add it now.
People have already voted.
Can't add it now.
Yeah, good.
I just realised we don't actually have it.
Hard to say because we've had some spectacular overtakes in Abu Dhabi before.
I mean, Abu Dhabi 2016.
Yeah. Even if he finished P4, that was an amazing achievement alone. But he should have got driver of the day. But I guess the Verstappen fans wanted to make sure that their little Dutch fucking toy boy got something else as well.
Yep, they always vote him whether he deserves it or not.
Don't worry, Abu Dhabi always fixes that. They always let the fans go crazy on that one. We all remember who won and who finished second last year.
Who finished second last year? I don't remember who was second.
The Rock God, how dare you forget his name? No, the Rock God finished second in the Driver of the Day standings
Oh,
last year.
that's amazing.
Alonso only just won by, I think it was over by just 800 votes.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, it's either going to be Kubica or Hulkenberg that wins it in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, probably.
But, I mean, wouldn't it be great that Kubica wins it just as the Formula E season starts?
100%. That'd be amazing.
I'd be very happy if Hulkenberg left the sport with no driver of the days and only one pole and no podiums to his name.
Nando!
Yes. Okay, Mike. Any questions about what on our thoughts of F1 on the whole, not just this weekend, us as people, or the channel, or anything really? What else to talk about while Mike thinks of how he can possibly
During
think of
the
a great
delay
question
of
that he can ask us?
during the slow delay of messages coming through.
What else to talk about? Abu Dhabi. I think it will actually. The last couple Abu Dhabi Grand Prix have actually been somewhat interesting.
Yeah, 2016 was amazing.
I didn't really enjoy it. I was fucking shaking and worried.
Oh no, 100%. It was terrifying, but it was still like really
Before that,
good.
before that, I would say that I had some respect for Lewis Hamilton. I actually thought, okay, he's okay. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I respect him. But that race,
Before that, I had
that
respect for
year,
Martin Brundle.
that, yeah, Brundle's commentary was so biased during the
It was so salty.
um. It's the double Red Bull overtake on the safety car. I thought the FIA were going to try to put a stop to that stuff with them all lining up that way. But I guess if it's going to be allowed, then I guess smart move by the Red Bulls. I mean, if it's allowed, it's a very smart move by the Red Bulls. If they did it completely allowable, very good. But I can't remember where, but I thought they would try and put a stop to all the drivers doing that, getting side by side like that at the safety car line. But apparently not.
Thoughts on Racing Point competing for best of the rest next season? Well, this season, I guess, was really a reconstruction thing to see where they're at after the buyout.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be back in contention, I guess, next season.
They should have finished fifth, but a few races helped Toro Rosso finish fifth.
Yeah.
Okay?
I do
I'm
not believe so.
at this stage. No, I did this year, and it was a great event. I would say it was the second Grand Prix I've been to because I actually went to the Malaysia one. But I would say, just judging from what everyone says, for the pure fan interaction, Australian Grand Prix is one of the best. Because there is an all-access area where all fans can line up, where all the drivers enter the track through, where they sign stuff, shake hands, take selfies. Which I believe isn't even at some Grand Prix.
Mm.
No, Mike.
No. Oh my god.
Mike, his love letter was to the Formula 4 champion Teo Pourchaire. You love him, Alex, don't you?
It's no comment.
Love that French man, don't you?
Yeah. Well, that's it. Oh my god.
Or are you more, or have you started seeing Dennis Hauger instead?
Actually, at this point, I might even go for Fabio. Never even know.
Hey, off Flavio, he's my man.
Tatiana Calderon is actually alright. It's just to driving.
Really? And her personality. Although, Flourish decided to give her a run for money in the worst personality award.
Yeah, no, Flesh is not likable, I must admit.
She used to be likable, but she got...
She became a, you know...
Alex,
I'm
don't
not saying
say
it,
it.
I'm not saying it, I'm just saying, you know.
Yes. She became very unlikable. But then again, what do we know about likable people? We think that Dan Ticknam actually deserves to be forgived.
Yeah.
And
Forgive.
and doesn't deserve half the shit he gets.
Nah. But we're also Stroll and Grosjean fans as well, so what do we know?
Hang on Stroll, I said this to Mike in a conversation. If Stroll was sponsored by a company instead of his own father, do you think people would shit on him as much as people do?
Not at
Same way
all.
Perez is sponsored by a company. Exactly.
Perez pays more to
podium
drive than... Perez is more of a paid driver
Stroll.
than Stroll is.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Stroll took the fight to Massa his very first year in F1, scored a podium, I believe, was it his first year or second year? No, I think it was his
It was
first
his
year in
first year.
F1.
It was his first year.
Yeah, he does not deserve the shit he gets. He's
And he's not a bad
arguably one of
driver
the
either.
best. He's arguably one of the best Sunday racing drivers in the field.
Yeah, he's not great in qualifying, but he always makes up for it.
Oh no, he's putting that to the side at some tracks. Some tracks he's blistering fast in qualifying at.
He would have been P6 or 7 in Monza. But
Monza's
P6 in
one of his
Monza was
strongest
cursed this year.
tracks.
Well, he started in the
Oh
front
yeah,
row there in 2017 in his rookie year in Williams.
yeah, exactly. Perez has a country backing him, but I, I don't. I'm very defensive of Stroll for some reason. I think he does not deserve the shit he gets in
No,
the
not at all.
slightest.
There we go. Pierre Gasly's French fan club just liked our post about this video with the link. They're not currently watching, but they did like the post. They are followed by Pierre Gasly, I must add.
Yes, Alex, I know. Okay, now, can Ferrari compete for the title next year? I say yes, easily.
Yeah, because I think Mercedes will be focusing on 2021.
And I think next year, with some of the stuff that's happened this year, there will be team orders next year. Ferrari will go back to their old style of not letting them race, of know your place, and I think Vettel will be the one knowing his place.
Yeah. So next year, I think the lower teams will be doing a lot better because, yeah, exactly. Because I think Mercedes and Red Bull, I think, will be looking to 2021. I think Renault might be doing the same.
Renault's doing the same as well.
Yeah.
I think 2020 is going to be the year of interesting cars on the podium.
Yeah, because I think the ones that really, like, I think Renault, Mercedes, and Red Bull are the three main ones that are going to really push for 2021. So I think they're not going to focus as much on development.
Yeah, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if Ferrari stopped developing halfway through.
Yeah.
I think McLaren is going to be the real risky one. I think they're playing for 2020 to try to get as much financing as they can for 2021. Is this Ferrari you're talking about? Because if it is, I think that they're going to be very strict on team orders, and it's going to be Vettel who's going to be told to sit back most of the time.
That'd be sick if they did have that, but it's not going to happen.
I would
Because
love it.
Ferrari's strategy wise aren't good at double results. The strategies
No,
are
they're
great at
very.
having one driver do really well, but they're not good at having both.
But no, I believe that Sebastian is going to have the Barrichello compliance button installed into his car. Personally, I'm looking forward to next year. As both a Ferrari and McLaren fan, this sounds great to me.
Yeah, same.
I mean, honestly, would love nothing more than Ferrari or McLaren to win a world title.
Yeah.
Although I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too keen on McLaren Mercedes.
No, no, me neither.
Because Mercedes have always been very picky with how the car has to look if they give their engine to McLaren, and I hope McLaren can keep their classic beautiful orange livery
Mm.
and can still have a say in their direction. I understand what you're saying, Michael. If they'll take too many points off each other for either of them to be champion, but I think Ferrari's going to be very favourable and hit Vettel hard if he tries to do anything bad. I think they're going to put all their eggs in one basket and let Charles go for the championship and use Vettel to just secure the other necessary points to take the constructors championship. Do you agree with that, Alex?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Constructors' Championship would be very close.
I'm saying Leclerc for 2020.
I think either Leclerc or Bottas.
I mean, I know people say, "Oh, what about Red Bull and Honda? What about
Yeah, well, they're
Verstappen?
not
What
doing
about
it, are they?
Verstappen?"
Of course not.
Oh, no, and Verstappen is still showing signs of immaturity. He's not. He has amazing races, but then sometimes he makes you just think, "What? You're not going to be world champion acting and doing that stuff."
Mm.
So until Verstappen can finally level out, he won't win a championship. And I know that's going to get me slaughtered by Verstappen and Red Bull and Honda fans. He needs to
Suck it up,
level
it's the
out.
truth.
The Honda engine is not ready yet. People say, but Toro Rosso beat Mercedes in a drag at Brazil. A,
Have you
damage
ever
front wing.
watched a race before, people?
B, Brazil is a very interesting track with its. Um, it's hard to describe, but engines perform different at Brazil, much like Mexico.
Mm. Yeah, the altitude.
It's just a fact. And people are now saying, yeah, he needs to perform how he did at the first half
Well, no,
of
the
the
middle
season, or
middle of the season.
the little middle bit. Just isn't calm-headed enough. Yeah. And that's why I think Leclerc is going to beat Verstappen. Hell, if McLaren get their car right in 2021, I'd say Lando could beat Verstappen. Lando's cool-headed. He's critical of himself. He's willing to admit mistakes and then work on them. I mean, I know you'll probably say that's just my Lando fanboy side coming out, but if McLaren makes a competitive car in 2021, he could beat Verstappen.
Science would still probably beat him as well. So what does that
Yeah,
tell you? They'd probably
I
pull a
know.
Williams 2014, where they don't challenge for wins or anything, but they definitely get in amongst the top few.
I would say that that if McLaren produced a title potential car, that Lando or Carlos could both beat him. Yeah, I would agree. Lando could actually be the best of the Verstappen and Leclerc thing because his attitude when racing is amazing. He admits mistakes. He was self-critical. He's seems to be aware of what's going on and not willing to take, oh, it's just a bad race. For example, he's willing to say, I did this, and this wrong, and I'm going to work on these 3 things before I come back to the next race. And how often do you see that in a driver?
Really?
This is going to be controversial to say, but I think Lando is very Prost-esque. He knows when he makes mistakes, and he develops his weaknesses to not have as many. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Oh, but no. So there's my that's a bit of my love of Lando coming out. I honestly rate Lando extremely high just for his attitude to racing and his mindset. Yeah, right now out of those 3, Mike, I would rate it. I still rate Leclerc above Lando. I'd say Leclerc, Lando, Verstappen. Out of those 3.
When are we gonna sing the Super Pierre song? Pierre, Pierre, super, super, Pierre, Pierre, super, super,
Alex,
Pierre.
stop, please, for the love of God. Okay,
Oh yeah, if you haven't voted for our awards ceremony, do it. There's
yes.
another video on our channel, the video that we uploaded previously. The link is in the description to fill out the form to vote. Please do it.
Just a reminder
Help your
for the
favorite
engine
drivers win
one.
nothing.
Yes,
Here we
just
go.
a reminder for the engine one. The
Mark's a
Spec
bit
A,
salty
although
because we
not as
can't change the
fast.
answer. We can't rig it, so
Oh,
he's
we
trying to.
fucking are. We fucking are. I will. I will rig it. The Spec A had 6 retirements. Oh, actually, no, I wouldn't even say 6 because 3 of them were electrical. It had 3 major retirements before it was upgraded. Shall we go over the Spec 3 Mercedes?
Free practice one in Spa where it goes out. It's used by
Remember, no,
6
this wasn't
cars.
it wasn't even a performance upgrade. It wasn't even a performance upgrade. Remember, it was a reliability upgrade. Explosion, explosion, explosion. Fail, fail, explosion. Fail, 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 fail. Is that about 9, or is it 10
And
now?
that
Counting
was
hot cross.
in free practice in Belgium. Free practice one. 6 of them went out. 4 of them blew, and 1 broke.
Yeah, so 5, right?
In the first free
Then
practice session
the
of their
next week,
first use.
then the next week, it blew again in Perez's Racing Point. And they had power issues again. No, remember Stroll's engine massively overheated. He caused him to have a massively hot arse. Remember, Mike P1, it overheated, and Stroll commented, "Guys, something really hot behind me. I don't know what's wrong." Turned out his engine had massively overheated and had issues, and had to be taken out and repaired. No, then they had another failure in Monza. Correct? No, it's had the most failures out of any engine so far, so
But
it's
it's worse
hard to
because it's
say.
a reliability upgrade that made it
It's hard
less
to say what.
reliable.
Not going for odd the engine was just the slowest because the Spec A Renault was still faster than the Honda engine. It wasn't the slowest. It wasn't the most unreliable, so it's hard to see why people are voting for the Spec A Renault. I mean, can you guess, Alex?
Yeah, his engine cover
Why
flying off.
people?
That's funny.
Yeah,
Because they probably see all these electrical retirements and relate them to the power unit. I think when someone sees a mechanical retirement, they automatically relate it to the engine,
yeah,
even though 99%
but
of the time it's got nothing to do with it.
yeah, but no, I'd say that worst power unit has to be the Spec 3, and that's what we're giving the award to. We're not listening to the votes on that one. The Spec 3 is winning. The rest we're happy to listen to the votes on. But the Spec 3 is winning. This is a dictatorship. This is not a democracy.
On
That is your mistake.
on one question,
Yes. In this case, me and Alex are the Senate.
you are the Senate. I was
Yes.
gonna give it to whoever got voted most, regardless.
No, no,
As
no, no,
much
no.
as I
I am
hate
the
it,
Senate.
I am the
Yes.
Senate. Sorry, that was like really
Exactly.
high pitched.
Yes. Prepubescent Lord Palpatine, everyone. No, what's next? What's next to ripping you up? Come on, Mike, you have some channel related questions about us or our thoughts on F1 in general.
Yeah, someone question us.
Also, leave if you have if you're watching this after this was live, leave them in the comments, and me and Alex will get to them eventually.
Yeah. Mike, have you shared our little post on Twitter yet? Because you should probably do that,
Yes, he
considering most of our
has.
views come from you.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Has he?
He should. I think so.
No,
I'm
no,
guessing he
no,
has.
no, no, he hasn't.
Oh my god! Don't pressure the poor man. Let him ask. Let him ask his questions.
What are your thoughts on the most likely winner in F2 next year?
Oh, I've got several. Depending on who gets the
Yeah, it
seat,
depends on who goes to
it could
F2
be
next year.
it could either be a 4 or 5 way battle. I think Mick and Zhao are both in it. I think Schwartzman will be in it because I think he's basically confirmed. If Armstrong goes, he'll be in it. And the fifth, I think, Aitken. That's the thing. I think it actually could be a six-way
Thank you,
battle if Vips
Mike.
comes in as well. That's the thing. I have no idea. I think it could be a six-way battle, honestly. But I think Mick will win it. I don't know why. I just think Mick's going to get it. And I know people say, "Oh, but he's had an awful year this year. He's shit in F2." Shall we all just look at how he did in F3 his first year? He only normally takes 1 year to master the car, then he comes out with an absolute vengeance.
Yep, so Mike has done our thing, so that's sweet as.
My main pick is Mick for the championship. You, Alex?
I agree, but really I can't really say until it gets
No, you got to say it
like
now. Come on,
no, but I
you
mean
got to
like
say it now.
well no, I'd say the same. Of current drivers in F2, I would say Mick, but we still don't know who's going.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like it's hard to say
that's the
until
thing.
we
I think it
actually
could
know
be a
who's going to be in F2.
six-way battle.
That would be amazing.
I think. Okay, I'm going over Mick, Schwartzman, Armstrong, but I think Armstrong may stay to contest the title. Exactly. Charles was an anomaly. I mean, there would be one more in my list if it wasn't for Spa. And Alex, you knew
yeah,
my
hey.
thoughts of that driver.
Yeah, I know what you
You knew
mean.
my thoughts of that driver. Bad. So assuming all these drivers go, I think it's gonna be a very tight battle between Mick, Zhao, Aitken, Schwartzman, Armstrong, and possibly Ips. Those would be my.
Yeah, all the original Prema guys. That's mad. Pretty much all the original Prema guys are going to be there. That's going to be sick. If we can have Schwartzman, Schumacher, Zhao, Galil, Armstrong, and Vips together, that would be
Yes,
awesome.
in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. If Vips, hang on, Vips finished third in the championship of F3, and that gives you 20 points. So he needs to finish fourth, I believe, to make it into F1 for 2021. I wouldn't put it out of the question if he comes into next year, but I believe that Vips will be Kvyat's replacement. If not Vips, probably Sonoda. I believe that's the F2 one, isn't it? Look it up. I believe it's UK Sonoda that was Red Bull. That was Red Bull Junior in F2 this year.
Well, Honda want a Japanese driver as well.
Yeah. So for all we know, Toro Rosso could take Vips and Sonoda, and Pierre could be off to either to a new team, which he deserves, or out of F1, which would be a travesty. In Super Formula, I believe you get 25 for the championship, but there is argument to make it 40 because it is a senior formula and it does use basically F2 spec cars. So depending, it could either be 25 or 40 depending if they get their way. Sorry, no, it wasn't UK Sonoda. Is it Nobuharu Matsushita? That's sorry. No, it could be Matsushita coming into the Toro Rosso in 2021 if he gets enough. We need to remember Mick's had a very, very unlucky run this year. He's been taken out by his teammate twice. Yeah, he's been taken out by his teammate twice. In one of the races he qualified well for, we know what happened. In Russia, he was taken out through no fault of his own. I believe it was the first or second one. Basically, very unlucky run. He should be higher than he actually is. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Is Vince racing in Super Formula next year?
Vips racing in Super Formula. If he doesn't get to F2, then I would see him go there, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't think that that'd be a good career progression. He'd almost be better off staying in F3.
I would no. What are you talking about? I mean, we've had two drivers come from Super Formula. Oh no, he actually is. Yeah, well, he's done one race for. Yeah, so I think he may be doing both F2 and Super Formula
Oh,
next year to
Super
try
Formula.
get
Super
points.
Formula. Right. No, I thought you were saying Euro Formula. Yep. No, I got mixed up. All goods. All goods. All goods.
You honestly are fucking special sometimes. Yeah, actually no. So you need 50 points for F1, or is it 40? I think it's 40, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, so first, second, and third can all qualify for Formula One with the current points. Mick only needs to finish 6th next year. And any of the top three need to finish. Any of the top three need to finish 4th or above. Or 5th, no, sorry, 5th or above to make it into Formula One. And Super License gives you. Sorry, Super Formula gives you. Just actually less points than Formula 3. Huh. So I think he could be contesting both.
That'd be interesting.
So it is confirmed that it's now on the same point system as. So is that confirmed that he is in Euro Super Formula, or is he competing in both? Because
Oh,
I
and
know that he did
yeah.
test for a Formula 2 team and didn't do too bad.
Here we go. Otmar Suspan.
Otmar have a stroke of saying his last name, yes.
Otmar
Zafnauer.
Zafnauer said that every single F1 team is currently looking at Mick Schumacher.
Yeah.
I strongly doubt some of the teams are.
Let's be honest. He's basically his seat. Basically, Kimmy's seat has Mick Schumacher's name already partially etched into it.
Yeah, basically.
And I'm of the opinion, although that I know Mike and heaps of other, well, mainly Italian fans don't like me saying this. If Schwartzman does finish high enough in F2, yeah, but I believe, if Schwartzman does finish high enough next year in F2, both him and Mick will be in Alpha.
Here you go. Vips raced in the finale to replace Patricio Ward.
Yeah. So it's not confirmed.
Mike, you just said Patricia, by the way. It's Patricio. And then 2020 plan not confirmed yet.
Yes, so. Alex, that isn't as bad as some of the things you've mispronounced.
I mean, at least I don't
or
at least I don't. Yeah, I was going to say I don't pronounce certain F4 drivers a certain way, but that was all down to my hearing, not your pronunciation.
No, I said Teo Pourchaire right.
I know that's what I'm
you
saying.
Just heard it, Alex, you just heard it as.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
You're don't saying, say it. You sure?
Yeah, no, seriously, don't.
You sure?
I'll literally stop and I'll end the stream right now. But yeah, basically.
Does that person ever watch the channel?
Yes. No, actually, not really. Don't say it anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, so who's Patricia O'Ward, Mike?
He's already said it was autocorrect. Let it go, Alex.
Yeah, so
anyway, so
is Hamilton's career over?
Oh, I don't know. He's. The fact is, the talks of him wanting to do other things other than F1 have died down now. He was all about riding in super bikes.
Yeah.
He's kind of stopped talking about that now.
He's trying to stay in the news.
Unfortunately for us. But no. So I think that 2021 we could see. I mean, I'd say a maximum of 3 new drivers. Again, out of those 3 drivers, well, we know who we're getting next year, whether we like him or not. But I think 2021, we're going to see. I think Nick Schumacher looks pretty fucking certain if he can continue his form.
So, in case anyone doesn't know, Devin Butler, the antagonistic character from Formula One 2019 video game, who's probably one of the greatest video game villains of all time. His Instagram page, which is run by Ben, who also known as Araba, he actually did a thing the other day which shared various things that are sent to him on Instagram.
Oh god, Alex, not this. We've already seen it. You tweeted about it.
I didn't tweet it. I DM'd it to you to say, hey, look what happened. Yeah, no one else actually saw it. One of the messages was in fact mine, and it was him calling my Halloween costume. I sent him my Halloween costume, and he responded with, "That's pretty creepy, mate. Not gonna lie."
Yeah, it was.
Hang on,
It was
let me.
very fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't want to see it. We don't want to see your father's ballsack costume, okay? I don't want to see it. We don't want to see you dressed up as that, okay? But no, so F2, I'm really looking forward to F2 next year, and F3, if some of the F4 champions from around the world come in. Arguably, if the first couple races are like they were this year, I'm looking more forward to Junior Formula next year than actual F1.
Yeah, I think F2 will be close, I reckon.
F3 will be absolutely amazing if some of the drivers I want come in.
Yeah, and if Alex decides to not fly his car like Webber again.
I don't give 2 shits about Alex Ferrari. I care about another Aussie instead. Oscar Piastri. He actually has amazing talent and is.
Yeah. Where's Victor at?
Yeah. No.
No. No. Where's Victor at?
We need to go over bingo standings.
Okay, yeah, hit us with the Victor. Yeah, that's true. Latifi will make Stroll look great.
Okay, with bingo, for the first time ever in our 7 rounds. Is it 7 rounds?
Yeah,
6.
7.
7. A person has clean sweeped their card. They've got every single square.
Nice flex.
Thank you. That was me. I took first place with 30 points.
Nice flex.
In second place. Now hang on, just on the debate show because of one of their squares. Alex, how many points is Mercedes on?
Oh, 700. No, 800.
Okay. It can't be on 800.
Hamilton has 380 and Bottas has 300 and something as well, so. Hang on, let me check.
Be nearly 7.
Mercedes. Has 701. Yeah, 700.
Okay, now one of the debate show squares is Hamilton to leave Brazil with 700 points. Now I'm not sure whether that was a misclick of the floor, or whether they were jokingly referring to Mercedes as Hamilton. So either it's a misclick on the floor, or now which one do you think that is, Alex?
I think they're referring to Mercedes.
That would depend whether I give it to them or not.
I think they're talking about Mercedes, but they were saying Hamilton as a joke.
You reckon?
I think so.
Because, hang on, How many points is Lewis Hamilton on? Because he could have been a misclick of the 4. Because 7 and 4 are close together. And we'll let Mike decide. Mike, do you think the debate show guys meant Hamilton leaving on 400 points or Mercedes leaving on 700 points? Remember, these are the guys you're closest to.
It's 400, 400. It's 400. They definitely mean 400. Checking the standings, they definitely mean 400.
I would say Vettel completed enough of a lap. Okay, Mike, we'll give it to you. You did put it as your center square. Yeah, they meant 400, so that actually means...
Because he was only
is...
19 points away from 400 going into the round.
Yeah, so that's what they meant. So, I came first, then we have a 1,
We know you did,
2,
it was your first time.
3, 4-way tie. By the way, Mike got 4 squares, Ash got 4 squares, the debate show got 4 squares, and Alex, guess how many squares you got?
How many?
4!
The past 30 seconds have been beautiful. Between my
What,
little...
because your mic's been...
No, it went from
because
my
your mic's
little...
been muted again?
No, what is it? No. It was my little, like, you scared me then. You freaked me out then. So yeah, between my little, like, tiny joke then and your voice when you said 4, because you said before, I come first, and I said yes, we know it was your first time, and then afterwards, then you said, Alex,
Hey.
guess how many points you're on, and I said how many, and you said 4.
Okay, so here's the standings now. Edited, to be more correct. So in last place, the F1 debate show with 52. Mike
Right.
on 54. Alex on 62.
Yeah.
Ash on 72. Stefano on 84. And 108 for me. Technically, hang on, wait. No. Yes, technically anyone can still win because next round is double points. So if I score nothing and someone clean sweeps their card, they can overtake me and take first.
So it's 2014 all over again. Abu Dhabi double points.
Yes, I know.
Hang on, guys.
But
do you think that the point system should be, the countback system should be looked at for next season? So if two drivers tie,
makes sense.
Yeah, but what about fastest lap points? Because if two drivers are tied, maybe they should like look at it as remove the fastest lap points, and then whoever has the most
That's what
points.
they
then.
do. That's
No,
what they do, dipshit. That's what countback means. They look at the wins, podiums.
No, but I mean fastest lap points as well. Because if they're tied on points, then they take away the fastest lap points, and then if they're still tied,
I'm willing to bet it. Yeah, no. I'm willing to bet that's basically what it would go down to anyway if they remove fastest lap points.
because Gasly is ahead, but he's got a couple of fastest lap points.
Oh,
yeah,
he deserves them.
Yeah. No, I'm saying
no.
Because he's tied on points, then he's ahead, but he has a heap of fastest lap points.
So technically, Mike, you can still win.
I doubt it.
If no one else scores anything, you can still win bingo. Although, Alex, you've seen my card. What do you think the likelihood of that happening is?
Yeah, hey. I love how like we came up with like a lot of the same things on that Abu Dhabi cards.
We did, but I have a few extra ones that are that I think you're interested in, aren't you?
Well, because you said, "Oh, guess what you have on your card," and I listed like a heap of things that I came up with that I have on mine, and then like half of them were, in fact, are actually on yours. So
yeah. Although I changed one or two just to make it more fair and right. My card isn't as crazy as before. I've made it more fair, haven't I?
Yeah, it could be.
Although I've basically got a bingo with my 2 commentary squares, don't I?
Yes.
No. So you can score 60 points this round, which means, Mike, you can still win, which is absolutely scary. Stefano can still come back.
Mike just said I'm gonna win.
What me and Stefano and Ash have anything to do
So
about
this
that?
last round is where you really need to harvest the points. Abu Dhabi middle square, Kubica to win.
If Kubica even gets in the points in Abu Dhabi, I'll count that as a square for you.
That is winning.
That is a win for Kubica, just being in the points.
Yeah, and points as well. Not being in the point, but being in the points.
Being in the point, so he can't go beyond 10th.
Yeah. Then he'll have like... Do you know how many times more points Kubica has than Russell?
Really?
Over 300 trillion.
How do you work that out?
Do you know... Okay. 0, you can do times...
Oh god, I made a fucking mistake here. Oh god. Help me.
I'm just saying, like, 0 you can times infinite times and it won't be 1.
Don't make me fucking play the real world life white card of Alex bringing up a useless fucking fact.
We haven't played that card yet. I'm pretty cut.
No, we haven't. We've played the Stefano card twice.
Oh, that was so funny. Oh my god.
I came up with those ones.
Yeah.
Oh. I still reckon the first round with Stefano was the best. We need to redo
that. Lewis Hamilton. Oh, and what were Nicky Lauda's last words? Oh dear, it's broken.
Yep.
I wonder if he was talking about the ventilation machine. I think he was talking about the ventilation machine or his artificial lung. Oh dear, it's broken. What?
Hang on. You know what? Fuck it. You made a Nicky Lauda joke. I'm just gonna bring up my thing now, which is just gonna be overshadow it. Prost is better than Senna. Was better than Senna. Always was better. Prost was faster, more complete driver than Senna. The only reason why people masturbate over Senna is that bias came out. I've done it now, haven't I, Alex?
Sorry about the ear rape, people.
I've done it now, haven't I, Alex?
The way that you said, the only reason people masturbate over Senna. Oh my god.
Well, Prost was a more complete, faster driver. He was better in nearly every aspect.
Oh, that was so funny. What the hell?
I'm sorry, but if Senna is better than Prost, then Nico Hulkenberg still deserves a seat in F1. Which he doesn't.
People are going to be like really confused. They're going to be like, "Oh, is this part of taking the pits? Because they haven't said anything yet, and we're like never going to answer." Is this part of taking the pits? That's for you to decide.
If you agree with me, then no. If you disagree with me, then of course it's just me joking about.
It's like when you ask someone for, and they're like, and they're like, no, that's ridiculous. And then you're like, hey, it was a joke. But then if they say yes, and you're like, hell yeah.
Is that question, are you looking for a date with Alex?
No. That would be funny, but...
I'm sorry, Alex. Or Mike. He's trying to find a bunker now, from what I've just said, because he knows that he'll be roped in with it too. Mike, don't say anything in chat if you agree with what I've just said about Prost and Senna.
He's not saying anything in chat anyway, he's scared.
agrees. See, he agrees. Alex, we've talked about this.
Have we?
Oh, he's defending Nick. He's defending Nico, but he hasn't said anything about my Senna Prost comment. Nico's the world champion of being a disappointment, and
I thought he was talking about
fucking over
Rosberg.
every
I
opportunity.
thought he was talking about Rosberg then for a second. And I was like, but he is.
Rosberg is our Lord and Savior. He nearly ended Hamilton's career.
Oh, that was so good, eh?
No,
Hamilton still hates him.
See, Mike from the F1 Fanatic agrees with us about what we've said about Senna and Prost.
Insert does he though, man?
He does. See, he's not disagreeing with it. And according to the internet, not disagreeing with it is exactly the same as agreeing with it.
Okay. Well, we've got about, 3 minutes, 2 minutes to go.
Oh, should we do a... We're not criticizing the Hulk. We're not criticizing Hulkenberg anymore.
Well,
We were
I'm his biggest fan.
I was saying that. Yes, it's creepy how you ripped off his skin and wore it as a Halloween costume.
I did. Okay, yeah, basically the references throughout the video, I dressed as Hulkenberg for Halloween, but technically it was
Alex.
Nico, but I had a pumpkin on my head, so it was Nico Pumpkinberg.
Alex, stand up, you don't have a seat, remember? I'll be sitting down, you don't have one. Oh, no. It's my honest belief that Prost is better than Senna in every way, and always was. And, yep. So, hang on, should we, Alex?
Yep.
Oh, fuck, 1 minute roundup of Brazil. Who the fuck let Stefano direct an episode of how Grand Prix should go? Honda, once again.
Yeah, true. Stefano decided the winners. Basically, Stefano decided the podium. Stefano decided the whole thing. He was in race control. He was penalising everyone. He was just penalising everyone, really.
Yep, so the race was crazy. I don't think as Honda fans people should be looking at this race as proof. This is just another, I guess you'd say, Germany-esque thing where I would say
luck.
This is. Yeah. Don't expect these results next weekend, and don't expect these results next year at every track. Red Bull is once again going to be very track specific if they're even competing for podiums. Yeah. Alex, should we tease some of the awards and tease them to show them how some of the votes are going?
Alrighty, let me just go into the awards currently. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can, unfortunately.
So, the awards as they stand, Team Radio Message is phenomenally close.
Is there phenomenally close.
Yeah, I can't. It's broken is slightly ahead. The
Really,
Golden Maldonado Award for Stupidest Crash is currently Grosjean in pit lane. The UJ Ide Award is currently on to...
Give us first and second in each one.
Alright, so Grosjean in pit lane, followed by Jack Aitken causing a pile-up in Russia.
Ooh, some F2 fans are voting for that one.
Yes. The UJ Ide Award is currently led by Tatiana Calderon with quite a demanding victory there. Followed by Robert Kubica.
That's going to be the only award. That's going to be the only thing she ever wins.
Yeah. The Rubens Barrichello Award is currently going to Charles Leclerc in Bahrain. And then he has twice as many votes as Sebastian Vettel in Canada.
Wow.
GP2 Engine Award is obviously going to get marked.
Pre-decided? It's pre-decided.
It's going to get palped. The Jensen Button Award is currently going in the Mercedes W10.
How much?
No, it's actually pretty close. It's 41 to 59, so it's not too far.
Oh, wait. 41 to 59? Oh, percent. I was about to say, fuck. I was about to say,
During the time of filming, we've had like 55 more people. The Jim
yeah.
Clark Award is currently going to Alex Albon. The Baghetti Award is currently going to Lando Norris, the Giancarlo Baghetti Award. The Andrea De Cesaris Award is currently going to Alex Peroni in Italy. Clay Regazzoni Award is going to McLaren's Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, followed by Nico Hulkenberg and Daniel Ricciardo.
Oh, Nico, he's really bringing down the team.
Surprisingly good team award is McLaren. Surprisingly good driver award is going to Carlos Sainz, followed by Alex Albon. The surprisingly bad driver award is going to Nico Hulkenberg, followed by Kevin Magnussen. Surprisingly bad team award goes to Haas so far, by quite a lot, followed by Renault and Alfa. The Lucas de Grassi Award for having a car somehow worse than a Caterham is currently going to Williams. The Guido van der Garde Award is going to, it's 73-27. So yeah. Guido van der Garde Award is going to Lando Norris, followed by Jack Aitken, and Carlos Sainz and Valtteri Bottas are pretty close. Sainz and Bottas are pretty close. Aitken's quite far. Eddie Jordan Award is currently going to Racing Point, followed by McLaren, and whilst Renault and Mercedes tied. And the Antoine Hubert Award we're not going to say.
That one we're keeping close to our chest.
Yeah.
But
I can tell you. Oh, it is very... I'll tell you the percentages. We have 36, 34, and 30.
Jesus Christ, there's maybe 2 votes in it. Wow, that is... Yeah, wow. Anyway, Mike, we'd love for you to put a link to this, well, not the podcast, but to,
the podcast as well. Come on, be cool.
Mainly, we'd like the awards more publicised.
Yeah.
We'd love for people to, vote. The more votes, the better. And chances are, the only person that's going to come and get their reward is Lando.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you wouldn't put it past him.
I reckon we need to make a PDF certificate for each person and send it to them. Yeah. I think that'd be cool. I reckon we could do that. And then actually put on it. We'd be blocked by Calderon. Oh, 100%. But we'd say that we didn't actually choose. It was it was the greatest people that voted.
By the public. Voted by the public. You're shit, and you need to get out of that seat and give it to someone who's competent. Award.
That we did say. Tatiana, if you're watching, you're allowed to hate us now. After that was said, now you're allowed to hate us.
Yeah, we're allowed to hate you because you're a shit. You're absolutely shit. You're a fucking waste of an F2 seat. You're arguably a waste of an F3 seat. Go back to F4 or GT, whatever you're at least somewhat capable of being on track. Yeah, go back to Ginetta. At least there you want an on-track hazard. Imagine being so shit the team can't get rid of you. So instead of them trying to make you leave F2, the team leaves F2.
That is pretty bad. Hey, the fact that the Colombian drug ring is forcing the team to keep you there, so you literally the team just shuts its doors because they can't get rid of you, so they just close up altogether. And it's a big team that's been around for ages as well, so that makes it really sad.
I'm not saying that's the reason. That's a taking the piss joke.
Yeah, no, obviously.
As far as we know.
As far as she knows.
Mike, we'd love for you to put that link out there and get as many people as voting as possible.
Yeah. Get in, get voting, get in.
Especially for the worst, especially for the worst driver award, because we know what we want to do with that, don't we, Mike?
Give it to Stefano.
No. I'll tell you. I'll tell you after the podcast. Me and Mike have a plan for one of the awards.
All right. Well, we're pretty much done. So, we have 4 viewers at the moment. Thank you. Please vote. Also, if you have a question, put it in chat, please. We'll try and quickly.
I shared the link.
Yeah.
Well, you shared the link. Yep.
Yep. So please vote in our awards to that fourth
The more
person.
publicity it gets, the better.
Yeah. Yeah, because we
We're
want.
going to be sticking that
I
in
got.
all. We're going to be
What do you mean? No comment.
on our devious plan.
Okay. I'll tell you. I've got a couple of people to do it. I'll tell you who. I know Tara did it. I know a couple of fan pages have done it. I sent it to Mark Priestley, and he saw it. He didn't respond.
Yeah,
He still
I can't
hates
blame if
us.
he didn't respond.
I sent it to Julian.
Yeah. Oh God. We
And
need any more updates on him. What did he think of the cards video?
he didn't tell me. He said that he'd have a look later on, and then I sent him the voting page, and he said, "Haha, all good, mate." So that's what I got. And also Petra Kraniak, who's a rally driver.
Who? I don't watch rally. I've tried. I just don't enjoy rally.
Neither do I.
I like rallycross. Rallycross is very interesting.
Yeah,
Actual rally, it's a bit. I don't like time trials. They're a bit too long and a bit hard to watch. But I understand that some people like them. Mainly, I don't know. I mean, chances are he doesn't watch this, but he was stubborn and he refused to admit that he was wrong. That
Who?
he's asking whether whether Elvis forgave us for our comments on.
I actually said in the message to him that like we weren't trying to sound rude or anything, because like it was just our wording sounded like we were.
It was
because we weren't. We obviously weren't trying to offend anyone.
No, we were just blunt that Mercedes did make a mistake pitting Bottas. He probably would have been better off. They made a mistake telling him to slow down. It was not the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, you're very, very adamant.
Yes, and the timings don't say it. And he says, "Oh, but it." In hindsight, yeah, just no. I don't agree with the fact that Bottas was told to slow down. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it now because I am starving and I've got to go make myself something to eat.
I've got to go as well, so I'll hit end stream in a second. Thank everyone for watching. Obviously, we'll be back same. What is it? I'm trying to think of a good meme here.
Alex, give up. The podcast
is my career over?
Same time as always. Yes. Probably later this week, another cards video will be out.
Yep.
That one, Alex, you could probably live stream that one as well, but do screen share or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just stream screen. That'd be fun.
Yep. But no, please, everyone watching this, get the link out.
Mike obviously says goodbye as well.
Yep.
That's to everyone.
I'm off. Goodbye.
We will see everyone next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.
See ya. Oh, is the stream over?